Welcome to St. Louis. And welcome to the Rant is Due. A lot of people want to tell you they're mad, but it's not so easy to do. But Lou likes it when you're feeling sad, and he's happy when you're angry too. So welcome to the Rant is Due. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the host of the Rant is Due, the one and only Louis Blunt!
If you really got a bad computer, they might be at home going, are they going Jew? So we're coming live to you from the Peabody, the really Peabody Opera House in St. Louis, Missouri, which took them a while. There seems to be a low self-esteem thing occurring. There's certainly, if you've not been to St. Louis after tonight's show, I'm a little, no, it's worth your time. I've spent a lot of time out here. You come just to see where Kathleen Madigan spent her formative years wandering about. And how she became the psychotic that she is. The one major reason you want to come here is if you don't have a baseball team in your city or town or village, just go to a St. Louis Cardinals game. There is a quality of the reaction of the fans here that borders on it borders on demonic. There is an absolute sense when you're in that stadium, if this team loses, that the universe will stop. It's and they're very excited about their hockey team. I got it. They really can't hear it at home. But it is the Blues, and then they got, and they shouldn't have been. They got fucked out of their football team. But on the upside, realized that those fuckers are going to be in Los Angeles, and that's like really being in the third rung of hell. That was wrong. You do it once. That's happened. I was a fan of the Washington Senators, and then they took the team away when I was a kid, and they went to Minnesota, and then they got good. And then they had another group of Washington Senators, and they took them to Texas, and now they gave us another fucking team. And I don't even root for them because it's fuck you. Fuck you, you're gonna try this shit with me again? Wow, this is not, I don't know, this was not a town hall. Okay, I know you'd like to get your message out. if you would like to get your message to the audience that I have, get a ham radio. She said, I've always been told to watch my language, says Maximilian, and it pisses me off. This I like only because, what did I, in parentheses, Ed says, what did I personally do to deserve this president? Well, Ed, I'm glad that you're taking responsibility. That takes the burden off of all of us. I don't know what you did, something that was so wrong that I can't even discuss it. Even with the freedom that I have, it would disturb this crowd so badly. I know what you're up to, you son of a bitch, Ed. And don't let it happen again. Don't let it happen again. As a fairly young person, Donna says, who hasn't paid attention to politics for more than a year or two, would you comment on how politicians changed for the better or for worse? Yeah. There has been a big change. When I was a kid, you could vote for a Republican or a Democrat, and generally, there was differences between them, a lot having to do with finance and a bit to do with federal or state. And that was it. So that when I was a kid and I voted for the first time, I voted because I liked our Republican senator a lot, and my mother was like, "You voted for that son of a bitch!" And I went, "Yeah." And so that there was a real, there was nothing like what goes on now. There was no sense, there was a kind of a common goal. There was no sense that I've got to win an election coming up. It was like, what are we going to do to figure shit out? And if we figure shit out right, then they'll elect me again. That isn't the way it works now. Now it works like if I don't stand up for for what it is that I fucking believe in, no matter what the cost is to the rest of the goddamn United States, that's what I'm going to do. So you have a two-party system, both who want essentially the same thing, but unless we do it their way, go fuck yourself. And that isn't how it works, okay? There was a sense before of moderates. There was a sense of moderation. That's how this shit works. If you really want to know how government works, when it really works, it works in terms of the moderate. It works in the middle, okay? It's a matter of compromise. The rest of it is nonsense. The rest of it is goddamn fucking nonsense. There is an Affordable Care Act. They've refused to deal with it. All they've said is, God damn it, get rid of this. Instead of, and they've let this go on 8 years, and instead of trying to figure out how do you fix it and make sure that it becomes something else, as opposed to, let's start over again. It's an insanity. The other big difference, and this is, I've said this time and again, back when I was a kid and up until really through the Reagan administration, and even further on, a lot of the people in Congress were drunks. And the fact that this audience isn't laughing, that's the difference between me, who lived in DC, and these fuckers out here. They were drunks. The Speaker of the House at one point was found standing in a fountain at 5 in the morning with a well-known stripper, okay? And he almost got the first Affordable Care Act passed, and he was drunk. Drunks get shit better done than these fuckers who go to the gym every day. They do a better job. I don't need to know that Paul Ryan got his endorphins pumped up. You sit down with that. If you drink, Tip O'Neill and Ronald Reagan, it is the one thing that is discussed all the time. Gee, how did they compromise? Because they liquored fucking up. And because 3 hours into it, they were going, no, you're the best. No, you're the best. I love what you're doing. That's the main difference.
I think they like Budweiser.
What?
I think they like Budweiser. Not even that.
My 50th high school reunion is coming up. Have not attended any reunions to date. Do you have any advice? Yeah, don't go. And I mean it. You don't go. It's a mortality festival. You stay away. You're just going to look at those around you and go, holy fuck, holy fuck, holy fuck. It's not worth it. Stay home and remember the memories. This is from Katie, and I happen to like it. I believe Katie is here tonight, I think. I just like this because she's so fucking angry. And she's 17. And yeah. And so I kind of want to nurture that fire. I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when I was in the 7th grade. I'm 17 years old, and I'm in the crowd tonight with my boyfriend and his grandparents. What a fucking combo that is. Excuse my French. With my diagnosis, I have to take shots of insulin for every meal I sit down to have. This is bullshit that I've learned to deal with, but one thing I haven't learned to accept is my bitch nurse that supplies me with my insulin. Holy fuck, is she a real old geriatric conjuring hag? Conjuring isn't even a word. But we all say dumb shit when we're pissed, or just plain idiotic, like our politicians under Captain Orange Face. I get diagnosed with this bullshit, and my school doesn't even trust me to take my own meds. Instead, I have to go to the same nurse all through middle school and high school just to inject myself with a fucking needle. By the time I get to my lunch period, it's already half gone by. Why was half of it gone by? My bitch nurse never shuts up. Always expecting a fucking, hey, how's it going? How was your weekend? How are the grandkids? All while I'm shoving a fucking needle into my side. This is some Ben Carson type bullshit. My nurse also tries to teach me etiquette when speaking, how to take my shots for 5 years later and acts like we are friends. She even bitches at me some days when I don't show up to take it. Yeah, I'm really gonna let myself die from eating a fucking apple in the cafeteria. Sorry, nurse, I don't wanna have a conversation with you every time I come in for 5 years straight and miss my lunch or studying that I have to do to be successful in this GPA-driven regime. If there's one thing I've learned from you, Louis, it's a big fuck you. I wish I could just inject her with my insulin and put that 70-year-old bitch out of her pathetic misery. But then I wouldn't get to enjoy the shitty cafeteria food. I know you love AT&T. I hate the virtual attendant for AT&T who doesn't exist, but AT&T, I didn't know this, added sound effects of a non-existent person typing my information. Those fucking assholes. Unbelievable, huh? Fucking fake typing. How you fucking didn't take the phone and just sling it fucking across the room. And then you always sit there. I always sit there now when you get that. Now they robo-call you with people who, hi there, Mr. Black, and we're so happy. Fuck you! It takes there's 5, 10 words that have to come out before you. Holy fuck, it's not a person! Media is, William is in the audience. Media is so left-wing, they're nearly irrelevant, with CNN leading the way. Really? CNN is, boy, is that left-wing. They are just crazy left-wing, aren't they? Ooh, boy, it's really tipping the scales, isn't it? Have you watched CNN? They bring out every collection of dipshits. Okay? Every one of them. Do you think Americans are sitting here going, boy, I'm really glad I watched CNN for that lucid insight? What the fuck is the matter with you? Seriously. They get 9 people sitting there, one's going, honk, honk, quack, quack. I mean it. Get a fucking grip. MSNBC and fucking Fox, they are like, we get a little bit, they get halfway through the news and then, holy shit, we're all gonna die. CNN is just stupid. Come on, left wing, son of a bitch. And even the people that they have left wing, I can fucking guarantee you from my friends, listen to the left wing person and become more right wing. So stop it. God damn it. You listen, they give you the news, fucking turn it. God damn. Sorry, William. This is for 2 nights ago from Omaha. Will you officiate our wedding? No. No. No, if you're asking me to officiate your wedding, something is wrong with you. Oh yeah, we see this all the time. John watches out the window on the bus like he's a dog trapped in he's constantly looking down, constantly, he's texting. We've watched shit that is beyond belief. There's something that occurred we can't even discuss that we watched. No, I mean it, we can't, no. That would scare you more than left-wing news. Louis, people texting and driving is making me lose my fucking mind. What is so goddamn important that these fuckers must multitask at my possible risk, I might add? I'm sick of watching people drive 90 miles an hour, talking on the phone, doing their hair, picking their teeth, scratching their balls if they have them, and cursing me for driving 75. Is it okay to have a large computerized message board installed on the top of my car so I can let these inbred selfish assholes know how I feel? Yeah, it's a fine by me. But wait, that would require me to sort of text myself while driving. It's hard enough for me to drive now with one hand on the wheel and a beer in the other. This one is really, this is stunning. This is from Doc. This is Carleton University in Ottawa. Remove the scale from the student gym because knowing one's weight could offend some students, especially those with eating disorders. It really is. And this is Canada. I expect just a touch more. The university's manager of wellness programs suggests if you need a number to focus on in regard to reaching certain fitness goals, we suggest using girth measurements. I literally, that's the kind of thing you read and you go, oh, I'm gonna die now. This is from Madison. She's here tonight. I'm only 14 years old. Am I gonna go to hell now? No, you're not. I can promise you that. And the reason I know that is because, well, actually, if I can tell you, if I go to hell, then I'll message back. But I don't think so. I'm the kind of person that when I was a kid, I was the kind of comic that I went and tried to listen to, like, George Carlin and Richard Pryor and Lenny Bruce. Nothing I said tonight would destroy you, okay? And you won't be going to hell. This is from Dan. I brought my 14-year-old daughter to see you tonight. She's a huge fan. Am I going to hell? Dan, you're going to hell. Thanks for watching. Thank you, St. Louis. It's been a pleasure. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Take care of each other.